Your brother, obviously, Josh, what effect has he had on your NRL career and, being able to lean on him? And I looked him up. He's got me covered for clubs, but he's played 195 games. That's a great achievement. Yeah, just across everywhere. Top grade games, which is awesome.
I guess for me, growing up, he made a lot of just sides, and I had to travel with mum and him because I was too young to stay at home because dad worked some long hours. So I guess for me, growing up, I was just at a lot of touch footy events or rugby league carnivals over school, or if it was on the weekend and that. So I was always been around, watching him, and I got to, I guess, watch a lot of touch and rugby league, and I think it's helped me as well, just as a kid, being able to I was constantly watching Josh play, and as a role model, I guess probably didn't really. I did look up to him probably to a point where I guess kind of be myself, but look, as you said, what did you say? What
influence?
Influence. Probably just both wanted to play NRL when we were growing up. We always wanted to do it, and once he reached the goal, then I obviously wanted to reach it as well. And I never actually played a game with him. So one thing I would like to do is play a game of rugby league with him. Played a few touch games here and there with him, but playing rugby league would be pretty cool to play with him and for our family. And it'd be awesome. We're trying to do it next year for Germany.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. See how they go right in the World Cup. Qualifies end of the year, and then hopefully we can play together.
Well, mate, I've got a Nines comping on the Gold Coast in Queensland in January. If you and him want to put a team in, come along, mate. But there could be some big names playing. Willie Mason and Scope might be putting in a team.
I think
Maloney might be playing in my team.
I might have training in January.
Yeah. No, I'll have a word to Todd and Dino. You'll be sweet. Mate, we'll insure your contract. All good. And you, mate, even your brother, he played lower grades at Tigers.
Yep. Yeah, no, same sort of thing. What's it called? Obviously, I guess the competitive side sort of comes out when you got your brother both striving for the same goal. He played a fair bit. He was probably a lot better than me as a kid coming through. He got signed to come down to the Knights, actually pretty young, so he moved down there on his own. And I guess, it was a big reason for the move down here to Sydney for myself. He was come through, played Australian schoolboys and all that sort of stuff. So, but just come through as a young bloke. He was always so switched on with his training and that sort of stuff. And the competitive side come out in me. So I was just trying to keep up with him and just do everything he did. Just being my older brother, I always looked up to him. Just anything he wanted to do, I wanted to do it with him. So, obviously probably owe a lot to him, getting as far as I have in rugby league. Just the way he was coming through was so dedicated and such a good player too. So someone I always looked up to, and he kept me competitive at a young age. And
that's what I think. We are both younger brothers, so I think having that bigger brother, sort of does rough you up, and you get exposed to playing with older kids, and I think it does help you. And look at you guys like superstars of the game without pissing in your pocket, and I think that does have an effect as a younger child.
Well, I think the best thing for me is I didn't make Harold Mats or the first year of SG ball. And obviously, a 16-year-old, you want to play Harold Mats, right? Didn't deserve to make it either. So I was obviously disappointed. And you kind of think then that, I'm not going to play NRL.
Yeah.
But I think having him, he's 5 years older than me, and he's seen 16-year-old kids be the best players in the country. And then 3 years later, they're not even playing footy. So I guess that influence there, him just telling me, don't worry about it, mate. Look at this player that I played against, and he doesn't play footy anymore, so it doesn't matter. So I think that was probably the best advice I got from him was don't worry about it. Just keep playing, keep tracking along, and things do change. And eventually got my first underarm hair when I was 18 and grew a bit, and it definitely from there on I improved a lot. So that's probably the best advice I got from him.
Yeah, and it's so true, mate. And even for you being exposed in the Endeavour system, I think. And I made fuck all rep teams as a kid, and that lit the fire under my ass. And I was never the greatest player. I'm nothing like you boys, but I ended up playing over 10 years in the NRL. But there was blokes who, when I come to Sydney, were fucking 3 times better player than me. Then 2 years later, after enjoying the shy life and getting too caught up in it, they've gone out the back door, and I just kept hanging around, and I eventually made first grade. And you speak about not even making your Harold Mats team or SG Ball team, and then you've kicked on and you're now a part of the New South Wales squad. And I think, I don't know, if there's young kids watching, but I think that's something they can take away is never fucking give up and keep working hard. And if you keep your head down, ass up, Is that it? Head down, ass up. Is
Yeah.
that the right thing?
Yep.
Yep. Don't fuck that up. You know, you can make it happen.
Yeah. Well, Billy Slater's probably the best. He stopped playing footy at 16.
Yeah.
And then decided to give another crack, maybe 18 back at Norths Devils, and
Yep.
2 years later he was playing State of Origin. So
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Don't worry about not making rep teams at 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it means jack shit really. So
and there's I don't know. Do you know that there's a 27-year-old about to debut for the Dragons? Someone Russell.
D-Russ.
Yeah.
So we were. He was at Townsville
Yeah.
Cowboys.
When we
Cowboys?
first got up there,
Yeah, legend.
How
And
awesome's that? Yeah.
Like,
He
so happy for him.
yeah, so happy for him. He's a legend. Best. He's a true country fella.
Yeah.
Just
and
a bit
Papua
more,
New-
just a bit more than
Just
me.
got you
Papua New
covered.
Guinean.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
I
think
saw
he's-
they tagged him on
Grandma
Instagram.
or something, might
Yeah.
be Papua New Guinean, but yeah, stoked for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We let the dogs out.
Yeah. 27.
Yeah.
Made his debut. I'm
That's awesome.
happy for him.
Yeah.
He's just the best. Probably one of the best blokes I've ever met.
Yeah, cool, mate. That's unreal, and that's a lesson in persistence and keep chasing your dream. Because as a kid, you dream of playing one game, and he gets to live that out tomorrow night.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night, mad.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be watching that game, and good luck to him because he's a great fella, like
Great.
Stringy had said, and just so happy for him to get that opportunity.